News and Sports Radio Station 99.3 Nigeria Info. 6 minutes gone past the 3 o'clock hour. Officially welcoming you to Hard Facts. Like I always tell you, this will be your most authentic news experience, and you get it nowhere else but here. From our broadcaster, from our audio studios or audiovisual studios, we're broadcasting live in 18 Crescent, Victoria Island. Today, we're not starting with the big three. I did tell you that we're going to be talking about this protest. Yes, a lot of you have been questioning, the intent of those who are at the forefront of this particular protest. Many people have said that, in fact, to quote the FCT minister directly, former Governor Nyesom Wike, he said that this particular protest is politically motivated. Now, also, to bring you to your notice, the information minister has also come out to say that Mr. President has heard you. He knows what you're all worried about and all that you're facing. It's not that he has no idea, but he's calling for you guys to be calm and not protest, and just that they've rolled out policies and programs that are going to address all your problems. So don't go out and protest. But the bigger question is, what is at the core of this protest? Who are those who are leading this protest? As of yesterday, I was excited when I heard that Bayo Onanuga had been served I think a lawsuit from Peter Obi, whose name actually has been, in the news for obvious reasons. They're saying that, in fact, Banaga accused Mr. Obi of, I think the word was inciting Nigerians against President Tinubu. Well, he's been served a court suit, so let's see how that goes. But joining me this afternoon to have this conversation about this protest, they've given it all kinds of names. Some people say they're coming out on the 4th. Some people say on the 1st. Some people say on the 10th. It looks like it's going to be, this protest is going to take different shades. But my guest is here to tell us why he is very interested in this protest, why he seems to be, very, very certain that this protest will happen, because there are those who are saying this protest will never happen. It's one of those things that we always call for and no one comes out for. Omoyele Sowore is joining me live via Zoom on the show this afternoon. Mr. Sowore, thank you so much for joining us. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Thanks for having me on the show.
Yes, interestingly, everyone wants to know what is at the core of this process. Everyone is saying, are you sure that this process is going to really work? Because Nigerians, yes, maybe are hungry, but what's the percentage of the people who are willing to put their lives on the line? Let's start from there.
Well, I think there's no point trying to guess what will happen at this protest. What we know is that there is a massive interest and desire by Nigerians to just revolt against their socio-political conditions. And whether it will happen or not is not something I'm going to discuss with you here, but I can tell you that it has started happening already. The protest has been commenced by those who don't want protest. So,
how do you mean? How do you mean? How do you mean?
Well, yeah, so some people who are around saying they don't want, started moving around. So, and there are some people in Abuja too who have been going out there saying they don't want protest. So that's the first stage of the protest. Those who don't want the protest. So it's setting the stage for the massive protest itself. But the protest itself is going to happen. I can guarantee you that. It's just there's no going back on this one. And I'm glad to announce to you that the level of interest is huge. It's fantastically huge, and it will happen. This is not the kind of protest where there is an isolated complaint. This one is an issue that is affecting everybody, and it's nationwide. And I'm not seeing in a long time a nationwide interest in protest that is devoid of religious, ethnic, or other primordial instincts in Nigeria that I've seen in this one. So, but you can tell from the temperature of those in government that they know from even their own intelligence reports that they know something is coming, and that is great news.
I'm more curious as to why you have termed this protest Days of Rage. Because, of course, if there be anything that's been recurring in all of the speeches that we've heard and all of the concerns that have been put out by government officials, including the police IG, is that if people are or must protest, they must do it devoid of violence, rancor, do it peacefully. But when you call it days of rage, doesn't that raise an eyebrow of sorts?
Well, maybe you were hearing it for the first time when we did our Revolution Now revolt in 2019. It was referred to as days of rage, if you remember. So when Kenyans went to town to fight their government, they took that from us. They declared their own days of rage as well. In 2019, we introduced Revolution Now. Kenyans added never to it. So their own is Revolution Now or never. So what you're saying in Kenya is nothing new. They copied some part of it from us. So, and I cannot lie to you that a lot of people are motivated by what they're saying in Kenya, now in Uganda, in saying that it's time for us to have it happen here in Nigeria. But what you must not forget is that the last time a protest of this nature happened was 2019. And every year since 2019, we've always on August 5, the Revolution Now has always done a protest to remind Nigerians that we're still on course. We're still on a revolutionary course. So we are the only group in Nigeria that you will always find every August. But we're glad that more people across Nigeria have now decided that it is time for all of us to work together and put an end to a system of oppression in place, the one that has politicized hunger, unemployment, starvation, and insecurity and corruption at once. And I hope that this will be the cause of this unity until the D-Day and subsequently after.
I want to ask you again, because this is a question that I asked at the beginning. How certain are you that Nigerians are ready, that Nigerians are hungry enough to hit the streets, to have this protest? And who's to say that this protest does not have any form of political colorations to it?
I don't know why people want to keep denying that the reason why people are protesting today is because of the wrong political decisions we have made. Even the people in power today, the APC, they took a template from what is known as protest to power. In 2012, after occupying Nigeria, that was when APC actually came to power, because they took advantage of anger against the PDP regime at that time, entrenched themselves, in the protest movement, and became, a few years later, the ruling party in the country. Everything in Nigeria is political. So why are you trying to deny that it won't be political? Hunger is political. The kind of hunger we are facing, the poverty that is facing Nigeria is political. The insecurity is political. I mean, the unemployment in the country is political. The corruption in the country is political. So why is anybody denying that, this is political survival of the Nigerian state that is causing the Nigerian citizens to come to the barricades? So why is anybody afraid to say that it is political? The people we are fighting are political leaders. Everything is politics, and politics is local.
There are those who think that you are a troublemaker and you are one who's always calling for these kinds of protests. And I mean, let's even go to a tweet that one of the presidential aides put up about those who are protesting against the president, and that they will be also met with opposition of sorts, meaning that they will also put up their own protest, but it will be in solidarity with Mr. President. If we were to read between the lines, would this be a deterrence of sorts for you? Because this might mean that there are people who would try to sabotage it. And the last time we saw people infiltrate a protest of this magnitude, you know how it ended.
Well, I want to answer the first question you asked me. As you say, I seem to be a troublemaker. Yes, because I live in a troubled country, and I'm troubled by all the issues affecting Nigeria. So I make a good trouble on a regular. I don't deny it. I've been arrested, asked the same question, by police, by DSS. Anybody that's had contact with me on the other side know this very well. It's a university record that I'm able to but it's not trouble. I make a good program. That's why I'm fully engaged in the governance campaign. But those campaign. This is nothing. Every even here had the support. The history since came to the political space in the 80s, 80s. Time comes as well. The pretend security. People support them. We were the military. We had those with them. We were against the bad. So now, these fun. Do it before the majority, which is already, a full humbling lesson that you can't. Not even afraid. Also, off ahead. All going to it's not positive. It's the property of the people who pay. And you say controversial. No, it belongs to the people who are buying Lagos. Every family, every hamlet, represent Lagos. So you can say that can do service for you. You say that because it's not from Lagos. Lagos is one in a prayer. They won't be. I don't think it's from Lagos. No, it's so everybody listen to him or you on top of one that somehow, or you can buy. So you cannot sit down there and say, "Oh, one person is not election." You're always for taxes. When you to ask, you go to and say, "Oh, we're election." So don't buy, not sharing on also the side. Remember, paid this out their money. This is cash out for the young. I saw some students yesterday registration from a protest. How are you from a protest? You didn't call. You're not part of the plan. Went in meeting.
So the question is because on the one hand, they're saying you please.
Are you there?
Yes.
Hunger, unemployment, insecurity, corruption. Are you getting me? Election rigging. Those are the planners. Those are the leaders of this protest. The instigators are the people in government. They are the ones instigating Nigerians to riot. They are the ones who, through the economic policies, floating of naira, the removal of fuel subsidy, the destruction of the educational system through taxing of students, which they call school fees, the terrible situation that they have left in Nigerian educational health system, the destruction of agricultural systems to the point that we no longer have food security. Those are so if you can mention a minister who's involved in fuel scarcity, that's an instigator. The one that gives you darkness in place of light, that's an instigator. The one that rigs election is an instigator. So we know all of them, and we've listed them. But the organizers are these five entities that I mentioned to you.
All right. I want to look at some of your non-negotiable demands because I took this off of your social media. And you're saying your number one non-negotiable demand is to scrap the 1999 Constitution and replace it with a people-made constitution for the Federal Republic of Nigeria through a sovereign national conference, immediately followed by a national referendum. You've also talked about tossing the Senate arm of the Nigerian legislative system to keep the House of Representatives and make lawmaking a part-time endeavor. You've also said they need to pay Nigerian workers a minimum wage of nothing less than 250,000 monthly, but that deal has been done already. They said they've already passed the bill.
The one they did is 70,000, which was less than the minimum wage.
Yeah, but the Senate has also already passed it into law. That the minimum wage, they've passed it into law as of yesterday.
No, that's why we said they should. That's why we said they should scrap the Senate. They don't know what they're doing. We need a unicameral legislative system that don't waste Nigeria's money. Did you see what they just did yesterday as well? They're going to extend the tenure of a police officer that's retiring in September for another 4 years. How do you then allow the ones that are subordinate to them to go through the ranks? There's a reason why they said when you reach you retire, spend 35 years in the police, because they know that people get tired, administratively when they reach the age of 60. Now you're going to retain them because the IG is a former bodyguard to the president or his ADC. That's not how to run a country. And that could only happen in a Senate. That's why, apart from asking to scrap the Senate, we also did say that we should have only part-time lawmaking so that people don't see lawmaking as a career where they can just go sit down every day, do whatever nonsense they want, and accept the people to pay them huge salary. These lawmakers, by the way, are earning jumbo salaries, maximum wage. An average lawmaker in Nigeria takes home 14 million naira. And the workers are going to take the real people who do work who don't have a chance to go on vacation. Take 70,000. So the lawmakers in Nigeria, as we speak, are going on vacation on September 2024. The workers who are taking 70,000 naira a month are only entitled to 1 month leave. But the ones that are taking 15 million are entitled to a leave of more than 2 months. What kind of country is that? What sort of country is that? And these are the same guys who are also being paid, by the way. Some of them are former governors who are also collecting pension from their former state. They are double dipping. You see why our demands, these non-negotiable demands, are a shopping list for a revolution. If these things happen, and I hope our people will stick to their promise not to leave the barricades until we get all these demands met, you have a brand new day in Nigeria.
I'm going to take a break. When I come back, I want to talk about the police, because you're talking about barricades. And I'm going to talk about something that I have had a conversation about for the past 2 days, which is the issue of our staying power. Us being able to, continue to push as we see in other places. But we'll take a quick break. If you're just joining us, the program is Hard Fact. And we're talking about the protests, the planned protest for August 1 to August 10. Omoyele Sowore is joining us via Zoom. And he's talking to us about non-negotiables. If you're watching us, we're live on YouTube and on Facebook. We have a photo of the non-negotiables that have been put up. You could take a look at them and tell us what you think. And of course, when we come back, let's talk about our staying power, if we can really persevere through this protest. And who will this protest benefit at the end of the day? If you were to come out, will it benefit you? Is the government willing to do as you ask? Or, as Mr. President has said, maybe he's already putting things in play. Why do we have to go out and protest? Stay with us. We'll be right back.
First of its kind in Nigeria.
The first radio just for kids. It's here at 101.7 Kids FM.
Are you serious?
Oh, yes.
It's going to be fun for kids on your airwaves 24/7.
Talking about from exciting games,
Check.
to juicy gist,
Double check.
and great music.
Super check.
All these and more on your number one PlayStation 101.7 Kids FM.
Don't be the last to join the train. Download the Kids FM app on your iOS or Play Store today and stay tuned on the go.
You can stream on our website at kidsfm.ng.
You can also follow us on all socials at kidsfm.ng and stand a chance to be one of the super kids.
On 101.7 Kids FM. Remember, it's no dull moments on Kids FM.
So tune in and stay locked on 101.7 Kids FM.
Let's play.
The Impact Big Tournament, the Nationals, is coming. August 12th in Lagos. Witness the brightest minds from across the country in a battle of intellect and eloquence.
Have you ever wondered if controlling resources will be the key to dismantling?
Yes, a child has not been properly academically satisfied.
Has such person not also get experience, like your 5th point?
Experience fierce competition.
Peace cannot be kept by force. It's not because there's natural resources there.
Persuasive arguments.
I believe that through a balanced approach to religion and education.
Don't you think that such a person is old enough to decide?
And innovative thinking.
By 1985, the poverty level was below 46%.
If they don't have money for tuition, are you saying they are not going to be accountable?
Whether you're a debater or a spectator, mark your calendars for August 12, 2024. I beg to differ. The Nationals in Lagos, Nigeria. Get ready to be part of history. For sponsorship and other inquiries, call Lagos Larry Griffin 0706 827 1163, Shola Kolade 0907 173 3835, or send an email to info@nigeriainfo.fm. I beg to differ students debates competition, the Tournament of Champions.
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
Your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Millions of listeners trust us on Hard Fact.
Whether it's politics, social issues, controversies, and trending stories, you know we're credible and objective.
It's Hard Facts with Maryann Okon on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
The FCT Minister, Nyesom Wike, has said it's impossible. This particular protest is politically motivated. He doesn't think that this... Well, I mean, again, there are questions that many people will ask. Do you not think that Nigerians are tired of the situation of things? Or maybe, yes, Nigerians are tired, but then the wrong people are spearheading this. And again, I'm saying, when I say wrong people, obviously, they'd say people who do not like the government, people who have a vendetta against the government, people who lost to, the present administration. These are the people who are inciting the public against Nigerians. And of course, the Inspector General of Police has said, you're allowed to protest, but please make sure that it is peaceful. Now, I got an audio off your social media yesterday from a soldier, reportedly a soldier, who was talking about, the protests. He was saying that the guns are not necessarily for the protesters. He was saying that people should come out and, do what they need to do, that they will be protected, that he's waiting to see, the policeman or the soldier that's going to shoot at a protester who's peacefully protesting. But I'm going to ask you the question that I asked yesterday on air after I play this audio again for the benefit of those who are just watching and listening to us. Yes, people might want to come out and protest peacefully. What's the guarantee that it will not be hijacked? Mr. Sowore, just hold on. Let me take Nigerians to that audio from that soldier from yesterday.
But it is not violent. It should be a peaceful protest. Please. The security men that are coming out is because anyway there are gatherings like that, they have to be security agencies. You understand me? It is not for this thing. The arms they are carrying is not to kill. The arms they are carrying the protesters. You understand? Please and please, I'm begging you. I know you have the right to say yes, this, but please, I'm begging you. Even all of us, we don't tire. All of us, we are tired, man. We are tired. See, in this country now, civilians are the ones that has the mouth. If you don't know, you civilians now you people will have the right to tell the government what you want. But we in the military, we cannot do that. We cannot do that. You understand me? So please forward this message as fast as possible to any group. Let them read it. Anybody that is coming out to protest should come out peacefully to protest. Let me see that. You I don't even know the plans where we get from. Let us see that military man that will fire anybody. We know the attack, where they protest against bad government. Yeah, he go tell us where him from, whether in a.
Interesting perspective from reportedly a soldier, Mr. Sowore. Again, I got this off social media. There's something he said that really came out, to me. He says we're all tired. He said meaning that he and his, colleagues obviously are feeling it because all of us go to the same market. We all are facing the same economic downturn. It might be my money or your money that they might be using, that the CBN is asking to be taken out of those dorm accounts, etc., etc., etc. But my first question to you was, what's the guarantee that these protests will not be hijacked? It might not be hijacked in Abuja, might not be hijacked in Port Harcourt, but who's to say it might not be hijacked in Lagos? It might not be hijacked in Edo State. I mean, these are genuine concerns. And there are people who are saying, my brother died, my son died, my sister died in the last NSAS protest. Why should I come out again to protest?
What you must know is that there is already plans, even publicly stated by those in government and their minions and cronies, to hijack the protest. As a matter of fact, while we're on break, a voice note was sent to me from one of their strategy meetings to hijack the protests in Lagos and Abuja and give it a coloration of a violent protest so that they can impose a state of emergency.
How can we authenticate
in those two
this?
cities?
This how can we authenticate this? This is how
I am letting you know what intelligence is available to me. During NSAS, if you followed my tweets, I was giving a blow-by-blow account of their plans to invade Lekki Tollgate. Even at the point where they dropped the idea, I tweeted about it, that they were planning to send soldiers there. And then some of them disagree, and then one night they all agree that it's time to do it. So I'm not just a regular person. I'm a journalist like yourself, so I have sources and access to information that may not be available to the public, but we have a duty to inform the public about this. But part of it is also what they call psychops. Psychops being that, it's a psychological operation to get people scared so that the population of people that will come out will not be many. So by the time they say, oh, it's going to be hijacked, people say, I don't want to go and die and all that. But this is the solution to hijack when there are millions of people in one direction saying this is what we want. And there are 500 people saying we don't want what you want. The 500 people will definitely respect the millions of people, including security agencies. All this idea about, we don't want soldiers to shoot at people, we don't want police to shoot at people. If the police see 1 million people in Lagos, 500,000 people in Kano, 1 million people in Kaduna, 500,000 people in Abuja, another 200,000 in Port Harcourt, the police would humble itself. The army will humble itself because why? The entire population of our security forces, the complete population of the Nigerian Air Force, the Navy, civil defense, all the weapon-bearing, security agencies in the country, they're not up to 1 million. The police has the highest number, 350,000 people. The army is about 135,000. The Navy, maybe about 20,000. DSS is not even more than about 20,000. I mean, some people say DSS is about 5,000 operatives. So all of these guys combined are not up to one street in Lagos if the people are ready. So when you can all move out at the same time, in the same direction, with the same focus, even the non-state actors, area boys, are going to be minimal. And then one of the plans we have is to set up security committees, in every neighborhood, every protest ground, to protect the protesters and to ensure that those who might infiltrate are also handed over to law enforcement agents. So if you are going to be a pickpocket, you want to come and snatch somebody's phone, you are going to meet your Waterloo very quickly, because this is not about oppressing the oppressed. So nobody will be accepted to even bring drugs near the venues of the protests that are being planned. Those are part of our plans. Now, we don't have to reveal this to you because we are not pandering to those who want to destroy. No. Okay. That's the reason why we are not saying, to the police, please, if you don't shoot us, we will increase your salary to 500,000. No, all of us are in this together. If we are going to get better, all of us will get better together. The police, the army, all of us deserve to live in harmony, security, peace, but most importantly, justice. So the idea of pandering to, please, police, don't shoot us. No, we have not done that. If you go and kill people at the protest, innocent protesters, just know that you have taken a loan. You have to pay back someday. Even at your old age, when you think you are no longer in the police, you will pay back. Okay. It's not a threat. It's an information that is necessary for those who might have those intentions, or those who are tweeting that they will attack people. They should know that the world is now, so you can attack people in Lagos, run to another country these days, and they will bring you back. Some of the people, police officers who killed protesters in Haiti in 1999, they've just arrested them in the US now. There's police officers who participated in NSAS, who didn't even participate in NSAS, who went to Canada. They did JAPA. They cannot get Canadian citizenship, this thing because of their past, just because they belong to the police force. So if you like, go and do what you like. Just know that everything will be recorded, because we are asking anybody, if you have a drone, put it out on that day. Technology is there to help document atrocities of these guys. Part of the reason why they got away with NSAS easily was that none of the drones that night captured them doing it in a way that they could, by now, would have had some of these senior police officers at the International Criminal Court. But this time around, please, if you have a drone, a personal drone, Stay somewhere safe, just drive it within the range of the protest site, bring it back. It's better if you have drones, and we have drones that have live streaming capacities or capabilities, so that as the drone is flying over the protest, it's also being live streamed, because we'll provide a situation room where people can be reporting as regards this as well.
I have a question, and I want to save it because I want to open up the phone lines and let Lagosians join the conversation. And if you're listening to us from anywhere outside of the country, you could join the conversation via Skype. We're Nigeria Info FM on Skype. We're on Facebook.com/Nigeria Info FM. We're also on YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. Join the conversation. If you're a man, call 0201 277 0993. That's 0201 277 0993. If you're a lady, call 0201 465 7190. That's 0201 465 7190. On WhatsApp, you could join the conversation on 080 75805. Will you be going out for the protest? Are you interested in the protest? Do you think that it is something that you should undertake in the first place? Share your thoughts. Whether you're for it or you're against it, we'd like to hear from you. But Mr. Sowore, I will ask you this question. Let me ask it to you, and then I'll let you answer it later. There are people who are saying that this protest is not serious because it is pre-planned. That if we were serious about it, we wouldn't have to plan it. We'll just empty into the streets. But think about it. Let's just take some calls. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello, Maryann.
Yes, good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Sunday. I'm calling from Lake.
Hello, Sunday. Go ahead.
In fact, I'm so happy. The man has explained things, and I believe the government should sit tight and know this one is going to be very, very serious. And I want to say kudos to them, because Nigerians are suffering. People are dying. The farmers are dying. Everything is just, collapsing. These people are sitting down in their comfort zone, enjoy free accommodation, free food, everything.
I'm so sorry, Sunday, we lost that connection with you, but thank you for calling. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Good afternoon, Maryann Okon.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Emeka from Supply Town.
Go ahead.
And my greetings to your guest, Mr. Sowore. You always have my respect. You've always led from the front. And I say bravo to you and more grace to your elbow. On the planned protest, I think it's long overdue, and I pray it holds. Because, for starters, I'm surprised that we still have detainees from the NSAS protest. We still have people who are still languishing in various prisons because of participating in NSAS. So those people need to be released. So if Mr. President wants this protest not to hold, for starters, cut down on the cost of governance. Bring down your bloated cabinet. And then that singular statement you made on that first day that threw the whole economy into turmoil, that subsidy is gone. Reverse that statement and go after those subsidy scammers. This protest must hold. But I pray that all protesters should, like Mr. Sowore has said, let us go for peace. Let it be peaceful. Let it be orderly. Do not tamper with infrastructures, because all infrastructure belongs to us. Infrastructure is not our problem, but our politicians.
Thank you very much.
Uniform officers protect peaceful protesters.
Thank you very much for calling. Rapuchuku is calling us from Lagos. Hello.
Hi, Maryann.
Good afternoon.
I greet you, our guest, Mr. Sowore.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, Mr. President's pleading is long overdue, because they know what to do and they fail to do it. People are passing on third hardship. Let people go and protest. At least they are feeling our pain. Pleading is not necessary now. The pleading is not necessary. People are hungry and they are pleading. How can you be pleading? People are hungry and they are pleading, and some politicians are whining and dining with billions and trillions, and some citizens are passing on third hardship. Let people.
I'm so sorry, Rapuchuku. Thank you for calling. I don't know why your lines are all cutting off. I'm going to take more calls, and you can post your comment on our live feed. If you're watching us, we're live on YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. On Facebook, we're live. We're also on our website. If you have our mobile application, you can join the conversation via Skype. We're Nigeria Info FM. I would like to hear from our Skype callers. We're letting everyone be part of the conversation. A great conversation is going on YouTube. Mr. Sowore, you're being dragged here. Someone says, from what I'm hearing, it's clear that there are different agenda from different organizers on this protest thing. Showore's agenda is different from the genuine hungry people. Another person is asking, what do you think Showore's agenda is? And another person says that Showore's agenda is power, that what you're doing is to get power. Would you like to react to this?
I don't know how to react to unfounded, positions and something as serious as this. Reason being that if my agenda was power, was it power when I joined my first protest in 1989 against the World Bank and the IMF, or in 1992 when I participated in Babangida Must Go, or was it power I was looking for when I participated in 1993 protests to de-annul the June 12 elections, or the 1998 protest at the University of Lagos Nuga Games, where we disrupted the games so that all the students who were rusticated and expelled during the military era could be brought back, just as we're talking about release of NSAS today. So, and at any rate, which is important for those who might ask, what is wrong with people's power?
Okay, that's a good question. All right, let me read some more messages quickly. The phone lines are on fire. Everyone is trying to talk. But let me go to WhatsApp. Someone says, the problem we have is that there is a disconnect between the ruling class and the masses. These two groups can never see the ruling class, or can never see things the same way. The ruling class seem to be living in a world of their own. These same people seem to be carried away in some kind of euphoria garnished with luxury, and their view of things simply unimaginable. The more you tell people you understand their pain, the more you and your cohorts go into pursuit of more luxury in the full glare of the hungry and angry Nigerians. No one needs to organize a protest under this sort of condition. It is a very wrong time to have a protest in this country, but unfortunately, the political office holders keep pushing us, keep pushing our buttons. So Tony in Marine Beach is saying, on a normal day we wouldn't have a protest, but these guys don't seem to understand where we're coming from. Someone here says, nothing more to say about this government and their behavior and reaction on the complaint and protest plan than to say it's just insincerity and confusion of people in power. The only advice I have for the likes of Bayo Nanuga and Wike is they should learn from the woeful failure of Buhari, who relied on the likes of Lai Mohammed and Garba Shehu and their injurious propaganda. Buhari was deafened by the deceit and wrong information from some of his cabinet members who turned themselves to attack dogs, and we're all witnesses to the monumental failure of that government and the sorry state of the country. Steve in Ijaniki sent us that message. Someone here says, let me see. I'm Ibrahim from Unikpa. He says, well, the government should try and consider its citizens. The hardship is too much. He says, I've been sick for a few days, but I couldn't even afford to go to the general hospital because of the hardship. It's unbearable. Please, is this minimum wage only for public workers? Well, it is, unfortunately. Thank you very much for calling. I really hope that you can get, well soon. KCC from Ojo here says, so there's always been a face behind this so-called protest all along, and some jobless people, because of the hatred they have against Peter Obi and the Igbo people, they continue to call out the Igbos, who want nothing to do with this protest, which will not achieve anything. He says the hatred of some of the people in this country will consume them. Again, when you say that the Igbo people don't want anything to do with this, I don't know. Are you speaking for yourself as an Igbo person, or you're speaking for the generality of Igbo people? Because there are a lot of people that have called me today who are from that extract, and they're saying they want the protest to go on. So KCC, can you speak for yourself? Someone says, please help me ask Mr. Sowore if he's tagged the protest Days of Rage so that it will not see the light of day. Mr. Sowore, is it true that you are tagging it Days of Rage so that it will not see the light of day? Do you have a plan to not make this protest happen? Mr. Sowore, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Yes.
Yes. Someone is saying that. Did you tag this protest Days of Rage so that it will not see the light of day? That maybe you probably have a sinister plan. Do you have it?
A lot of people just sit down in their bedrooms and write all kinds of interesting comments. This protest is planned by different interests. The prevailing name of the protest is End Bad Governance in Nigeria. That's what is trending. I don't know whether this person sees that at all. So if I call it Days of Rage, it's because that's how we've always applied our own interests in protest. And everybody knows that since 2019, we've been using Days of Rage. And I explained that at the beginning of this
conversation.
broadcast,
Yeah.
that Days of Rage was something we introduced in 2019. Revolutionary, something we introduced in 2019. And some people didn't believe at that time that we're going to see a period where the revolution can become a word that is freely used in Nigeria. So clairvoyantly, we're telling you again that Days of Rage is an acronym for anger against the system, an oppressive system. I don't need to explain this to you because that's what Kenyans just did that leads to this complete surrender of their government to them in 2 weeks. So it doesn't matter what we call it. If you don't like Days of Rage, call it your own. The most important thing is that you feel cheated enough to go out there and fight for your rights.
Okay.
So and I understand that. So if somebody, for instance, some people say, oh, why are you starting on a certain date and ending on a certain date? You don't have to end on any date. Another group can take over, So it's just like NSAS. It was happening across the country. Some people would start NSAS in the morning and end by 2 p.m. in certain cities. But some people stayed at the toll gate. A lot of people stayed at Alausa, Ikeja all night long. Wake up there, they eat there, they take a shower there, they continue the protest. So don't look for the relevant things about this. Focus on the message. And that's the fact that you need your country back and you have a duty to take it back from these guys. So, but I understand that, all kinds of confusion will be introduced so that people will feel distracted. Why did they call it this? Why didn't it start on a Sunday? Why was it on a Monday? Why would you be on a Friday because of Muslims? Why would it be on a Sunday? So you get all kinds of hubris thrown at this particular protest. And it's fine. Freedom of speech is fantastic during this period. But what is most important than freedom of speech during this period is freedom itself.
Okay. All right. Let me take a few more calls. Hello. Welcome to Hard Facts. You have 60 seconds. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good afternoon to Mr. Sowore.
Yes. What's your name, sir?
Ask a question.
What's your name, sir? And where are you calling from?
My name is Chuka Chude. I'm calling from Ayobo.
Go ahead.
Yes. What does Mr. Sowore think Nigerians will have a coping mechanism if the protest turns angry and bloody? That's my question.
Okay. I think that's almost the same question that I asked you. Can we persevere through this? Can we, borrow a leaf from the South Africans who continued for years? Can we borrow a leaf from the Kenyans who we saw persevere even after it looked like the government caved? They continued, and the protests are still on as we speak.
Exactly. And that's what is important. I don't think people should already throw in the gauntlet to, or surrender in a protest that hasn't even started at all. It's not going to be bloodier than we are going through. Nigeria is a bloody space already. If you travel on our highways, you are likely to die in a car accident or you die in a protest. If you go to a farm now as a farmer in the northeast and northwestern part of the country, you're not likely to return home than you're likely to return from a protest. So if you go to hospital now, you're likely to be misdiagnosed and die of that misdiagnosis. Now you will die of a protest. So why don't you just abandon all your fears and let all of us unite at once, step out and start going in the direction of the Freedom Square, wherever we might find it in the country, and free ourselves and have a new day and, jettison our fear. We've been afraid forever. It is fear that drove majority of us to be going to churches on Sundays, on Mondays, and up to Friday. It is fear that is driving a lot of us to be doing things that we should not be doing. It's fear that made us lose our dignity. It is fear that made our parents not to do what we're doing now. Because had my grandfather protested during his own time, my father protested during, my burden would have been lessened now. But it's fair. It's, I've been through this cycle of fears as a university student. It's the same thing. We had colleagues in those days. Why do we want to protest? We want to graduate. Let's graduate. I was the last to graduate in my set. And I'm not mocking it, but some of the people who were in the hope to graduate from the university haven't had a job since that time to today. So many of them. So what are you afraid of? So how's your fear going to take you to the next level? That's what you should ask yourself.
Okay.
Nothing.
All
you
right.
should not be afraid of anything because most Nigerians have lost everything. And there's nothing more to lose except your change.
All right. Let me read some messages coming in on X and then I'll go back to the phone lines. You can call us. For the Skype callers, you have to please listen very closely. If we are taking comments, please don't call at the time so that it does not interrupt our guest. I'm going to have to, continue this conversation after the news just for a few more minutes because there's so many questions, so many comments that are coming in on this conversation. Blessing from Obawale here says, I will be out there to protest because I'm tired of the wickedness from the government. I'm hungry, no money, no food. I can't afford to pay for my kids' school fees. I mean, I can't even fuel my car for some weeks now. As a person, she says, I'm going to protest. Someone says, they destroyed our economy. Let the people take over their country. Momo from Adamo sent this message. Chinedu from Aja says, I give kudos to Mr. Sowore for the vision and mission of the protest. Let nothing hinder the planned protest since the administration feels they can do anything and go away without questions by the citizens. But the president, the president's spokesperson has said that he's listening. He can hear you. And he's already putting things in place to address some of these issues. Is that not enough for you to hold on to? Or do you not trust Mr. President? Anyway, someone here says, I'm Solomon from Idimu. The protest is overdue. You can see how bad our leaders will never learn from the past mistakes. Now that the cloud is seriously forming, contrasting comments are coming from Tinubu's presidency. Bayo Nanuga is instigating a tribal war and propaganda, while the minister delivered Tinubu's appeal to shelve the planned strike. When it should have been Tinubu himself coming out to address the issues, like he did with the infamous subsidies gone. A statement that kick-started this whole damage. The worst mistake Tinubu will ever do is to try to repeat the evil October 2020. Okay, that's of course NSAS. Samalu, particularly, this person says, seem to have escaped all his lies about the NSAS, but this will definitely open new wounds. Thank you very much. Your message is very long, so I'm going to move away from it. Someone here says, I'm very much in support of the protest and I pray for its success. All right. Another person says, my own theme for this protest is Restart Nigeria Now. He says, while pushing for a new constitution, that I support, for true federalism, transparent electoral system at all levels, fully backed by electronic transmission, nothing more, nothing less, and a total resignation of everybody in power now at all levels. Any of them that feels worthy and competent, when we are done, they can reapply. Then you can also add your own, he says. He says his own hashtag is Restart Nigeria Now. It's a very interesting point that he's made because, like you said, Mr. Sowore, whatever it is, however they pay you, protest. But again, the last time that there was this NSAS protest, we saw that people looted shops, people took advantage, of small businesses, and that is another thing that one would wonder if we can actually guard against, because if you're protesting bad governance, why are you stealing from me, who's also a victim of bad governance, Mr. Sowore?
This question of looting of stores has been traced to the people who were brought by the government to disrupt the protest. If you go to Lekki, for instance, majority of the young people at Lekki who were doing the NSAS protest are people of means. They have no business looting stores. All right? You saw them. Some of them drove down some very exotic cars to the place. So why would they loot stores? But what did the Lagos State government first do during NSAS? They went and recruited some guys, put them in Lagos painted vehicles. You remember that iconic image of a guy carrying a machete, who is one of these transport union guys. We know who did it. And they were the ones, when they were driven away from Ikeja and when they were overwhelmed at Lekki, who went to the surrounding area to start looting stores. But let me say this, and it's very important, that people who own stores as well during this period, business people, should also participate. If you cannot participate, at least stay at home so that you don't make yourself also vulnerable. We will not expect that a protest is going on across the country and you feel it's the time to also be doing sales. It might be mistaken for freebies. I'm not encouraging anybody to go and steal, because one of the conversations we are having internally amongst some of the organizers is that after the protests on a daily basis, because we are largely an informal economy, there should be a window for people to go and restock. And then the protest will continue. And in some places...
We have to go on a quick break. We have to go on a break, Mr. Sowore. Stay with us. Stay with us. We need to go on a quick break. We're continuing the conversation on the other side. Let's just quickly take the news break. Ivana Haifo is here with the news at the top of the hour. Omoyele Sowore is still with us. We're talking about the planned protests across the Federation. Will you be joining it, or are you totally against it because you do not trust how it will pan out? We'll be right back after this break.
There's a reason why over 1 million people tune into Heartland.
Ladies and gentlemen, it still is the season of giving. So says oneplay.ng. That is why they want you.
Have your say in what we say.
We talk the talk.
People are making so much money. All the money Buhari borrowed to fight insurgency are in people's pockets.
See, this nonsense we are doing in this country must stop.
With all that happens,
we keep up with all events.
I hardly hear female lawyers handling high-profile cases.
Another season where Manchester City dominates from maybe start to finish this time around.
It's 99.3 Nigeria Info.
It's 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock. And now the business news.
99.3 Nigeria Info. This is the business news. The National Assembly has passed the proposed amendments to the Finance Act, which seeks to impose a 70% levy on banks' windfall forex profits in 2023. The passage of the Finance Act Amendment Bill followed the consideration of the report of the Joint National Assembly Committees on Finance by both chambers during plenary. The report was presented by the chairman, Senate Committees on Finance, Senator Sani Musa, to the Red Chamber and James Faleke. The Joint Committee in the reports observed that the banks enjoyed windfall as a result of exchange rates unification policy of the federal government. They recommended that the application of the provision of Section 30 of the Principal Act should take effect from the 1st of January 2023. You recall that the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Adun, said the federal government had injected funds worth 1 trillion naira as incentives into the manufacturing sector within the last 1 year. And speaking of the manufacturing sector, the Manufacturing Association of Nigeria says the increased monetary policy rate by the central bank will further constrain the growth of the manufacturing sector. And this is because of the purchasing power of consumers, production levels and competitiveness as well as sales would face further decline. MAN said this in a statement signed by its Director General, Segun Ajayi Kadir. According to him, Nigeria's manufacturing sector plays a vital role in the economy. However, it is facing multiple challenges that threaten its sustainability and contribution to economic growth. Ajayi Kadir noted that MAN was aware of the efforts made by the Monetary Policy Committee to stabilize prices, but stressed the need to prioritize the survival of manufacturing in Nigeria. Making recommendations, the association wants the federal government to offer a fiscal support system to manufacturers, address the issue of low manufacturing productivity and food production, among other challenges. The lead director of the Center for Social Justice, Eze Onyekbere, says the recent Central Bank of Nigeria's increase of the monetary policy rate will result in an increase in interest rates and cost of credit. He said this would in turn hinder economic growth and productivity. Onyekbere said this to Nigeria Info's Honorani Wobodo, adding that the nation's economy needs to be stimulated so that there will be increased jobs and taxes for the government. He also explained that the Apex Bank needs to come with with measures that can help to stifle inflation. According to him, the main drivers of inflation are the increase in PMS and devaluation of the naira, which ultimately affects other sectors of the economy. You'll recall that on Tuesday, the Central Bank of Nigeria's Monetary Policy Committee raised the interest rate by 50 basis points to 26.75% from 26.25% in May 2024. And the National Bureau of Statistics says prices of beans, tomatoes, Irish potatoes, gari, yam, and other food items witnessed significant price increases in June 2024. The NBS said this in its Selected Food Prices Watch report for June 2024 released in Abuja on Tuesday. The report said that the average price of 1 kilogram of brown beans increased by 252% from 651 naira to 2,292 naira. On state profile analysis, the report showed that in June 2024, the highest average price of 1 kilogram brown beans was recorded in Kogi at 3,000 naira, while the lowest was recorded in Adamawa at 1,336 naira. The NBS also said that the highest average price of 1 kilogram of yam tuber was recorded in Lagos at 3,376 naira, while the lowest price was recorded in Adamawa at 1,100 naira. That's the Business News Lagos. I am Yvonne Okhaifo. You're listening to 99.3 Nigeria Info. It's back to Hard Facts with Maryann Okon. Stay here.
Nigeria Info, your number one for news. Always spot on, fresh and direct on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
This is Hard Facts.
If you're just joining us, the program is Hard Facts, 99.3 Nigeria Info, talking about the planned protest across the Federation. Many say it's a hunger protest. Some people say end bad governance protest. Some other people are saying Nigerians are just tired. End the wickedness. Someone has also given us a hashtag for his own. In fact, he's given us his own demands, his own non-negotiables. And I mean, the list is endless. Many people obviously have different interests and different reasons as to why they're going out for the protest. And then there are those who are saying never. Why are we protesting? What protest? We're not following anybody because they have, like some who were saying that Omoyele Sowore does have his plans. He's looking to grab power, and that's why he's pushing for this particular protest. And there are also those who are saying these protesters are those who are protesting on behalf of a politician who lost an election, who is somewhat against Mr. President's administration. And we've seen all kinds of things. The FCT minister has succinctly put it, hey, this is only a politically motivated protest. It is not about hunger or about how bad the economy is. Different positions. But Mr. President has gracefully appealed to us to say, look, shelve this protest. Come, let's reason together. I'm trying my best. I'm doing everything in my power to meet your needs. There's no need for this protest. Although Bayo Onanuga, on the other hand, seems to be beating drums of war and saying, well, Peter Obi is the man who's at the core of this process. He's the one instigating Nigerians against the present administration. Well, as we hear, and for those of you who do not know, Peter Obi's attorneys have instituted a suit against Bayo Onanuga for defamation. And then we're going to be looking in that direction to see what comes of it. Will he be apologizing, or will he stand his ground, and will he pay if he's been seen or found guilty of defamation. Anyway, the phone lines are open. Lagosians, Nigerians, everyone who's listening, we're live on YouTube, Nigeria Info FM, on Facebook, Nigeria Info FM. Where do you stand on this planned protest? Because a couple of you are saying anything that's planned is not going to work. If we all just filter into the streets as they paying us, maybe I would have followed you into this protest, but I'd rather stay at home. Some people are saying, I beg, I don't want to get, stray bullets. I don't even want to be stampeded on. I just want to stay in my house because this country, you can't trust any process. Well, I want to read more of your messages. Omoyele Sowore is still with us here via Zoom. Questions, comments. We're taking all of them. Someone here says, please, where are the strategic locations where the protesters would be visiting? How do we protect ourselves from attacks and abuses? And the pro-Tinubu and the police officers and the army whom we're protesting for as well. Meanwhile, I suggest protesters should pay homage to Onanuga, Nwike, and the likes of anti-protest politicians. What do you mean by homage? That's not the plan. Why should they be diverted from what they're doing? This one says, I'm Akomaye from Ikorodu. I retired from the police 9 years ago and on a pension of 25,000 naira only. Goods and services keep on increasing every day, and my pension is not on the increase. I will join the protest because it's long overdue. The business I tried to venture in collapsed due to harsh economy. Akomaye is a former police officer sending us that message. Akomaye, I totally understand where you're coming from. This one says, greetings to you and your guest, and I appreciate him for his thoughts. During the NSAS, many died through their order from above, and now it is a pity that the same people are in power with no international crime court intervention. They have committed many genocides, and the country has no food, just like as if we're fighting a war where there is no light. But in Ukraine, they're fighting war and they have a light. I'm sure you're saying they're having light. APC region is the worst I've ever seen in my life. I'm sure you mean APC government. And I pray the protest holds to kick out these wicked people from our country. And godfatherism must end. Daniel, thank you for your message. Interesting. This one says, greetings to Sowore. Tinubu protested in the time of Goodluck Jonathan and the country was not bad like this. But now Tinubu took over the APC. They've succeeded to finish the Nigerian economy and everybody's suffering. We must protest because I have nothing to show as a citizen of Nigeria. APC has finished Nigeria's economy with the extra vegans luxury looting. My name is Dumpy. Okay, Dumpy. Thank you for your message. I'm going back to the phone lines. Join the conversation. If you are also joining us via Skype, Skype is up now. You can call on Skype, okay? Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good afternoon, Maryann Okon.
Yeah.
This is Gordon calling from Labwe.
Go ahead.
Yes. It is a pity a musician who used a certain musical instrument to play a music to people to dance. Now, it is now the turn of another person to play the music, only to get the musical instrument taken away by force by all means. Somebody like Nwike who talk from both sides of mouth upon all that he has been into and is still doing. He has mouth to say that it is politically motivated.
But it's his opinion. It's his opinion. That's how he sees it.
But there should be humanity in that sense of opinion. For instance, we have people that have served this country, for instance, the military pensioners. They are 25% and 5% and whatever they promise. Up to now, nothing has been done. And some other people like that, hunger in the land and whatever. And the right thing for everybody is to protest for what is wrong and look for a solution.
Okay.
And for anybody to say it is not done, I think that person is living not in 21st century again.
All right. Thank you very much, Godwin, for calling. 60 seconds is all you have. You have to stick to your time, okay? Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Mike, I'm calling from Abuleba.
Go ahead.
See, like Mr. Sowore is saying, you don't have to like him to agree with what. As a matter of fact, I never liked him. I was never his fan. But we are in this together. We are in this mess together. And I have to agree with him. I have to join hand with him. So people, if you say the protest is all that you are calling him names, are you not in the same country? Are you not suffering the same thing we are suffering? So it's totally useless whether you like the person's face or not. The main point is that we are all affected. So even though I'm never his fan, but I'm with him on this one. And again, you see, let me also let him know that we should be prepared for all these things, for all the things that will be thrown at us. Be sure that the internet will be caught. They will cut internet. So what is the other enlightening people like VPN and other means they can use? And also, that weekend, he should be the last person who want to hear his voice in this period, because the more he talks, the more he annoys people.
But he has a right to talk. He has a right. That's why he has a voice.
Okay, no problem. Let him keep talking.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. On Twitter, that's X, where Nigeria Info FM 99.3. Joy Forever says, our politicians are wicked, living large at our resources. And I know Sowore from Unilag. I hope it will not be hijacked, he says. Salam Gaddafi here says, no going back, obviously talking about the protest. Okay, some people are here saying that, yes, Sowore has been calling for protests. And this is not the first time. Okay, thank you very much, Austin, for your tweet. Still looking at your tweets here on X. Adeumi Samson says, I fully support the submission of Sowore. This government came to power through this kind of platform called protest. Now they are in the helm of affairs. They want to resist it. Masses will also resist them. There's hunger and insecurity in the land. Adeumi Samson, thank you for your message. Olalekon here says, I don't really know how people will react to this protest, but for me, I'm in support of the protest, but no violence. Olalekon, thank you for your message. I do appreciate it. All right, I want to go back to Skype. So if you are on Skype, this is when you can call me via Skype. So Skype callers, I know that you're listening from outside of the country. Participate in the conversation. We would like to hear from you. Go ahead. While I read WhatsApp messages, the Skype calls can start coming in. This one says, I'm in full support of the protest and I pray it holds. I strongly believe that if it does hold, it will be the father of all protests because the youth have borrowed a leaf from Kenya. The government in power should be forced to reverse some of its policies that led to the serious hardship. I'm jobless now as a result of the increment in electricity tariff. My company couldn't afford the new tariff. Bokfash, I'm so sorry about this. John from Ikeja says, I will join the protest. Where are we gathering? Long overdue because of the strategic lies of Tinubu. John from Ikeja, thank you. This one says, okay, I'm going to take the Skype calls now. Sowore is calling us via Skype. Sowore, where are you calling us from?
Hi, Maryann. Good evening. I'm calling from London.
Go ahead.
Great. So I want to commend Comrade Sowore for coming out publicly to support this protest that is planned for 1st of August. You know, but we that are in Lagos, let me ask him, do you think we can come out to like Trafalgar Square, carry placards and the rest of them? Do you think we should do that? Because I'm really interested in joining this, this protest, but I can't come back because of other commitments. Again, people like my former governor, Chief Nyesom Wike, I do not think he has. I am wondering, Maryann, you say it's his right to speak. So if it's his right to speak and allege that this protest is politically motivated, is not our right to protest. People like Nyesom Wike.
Yeah, again, just as I'm not saying, I'm not, no, I'm sorry, I'm not saying, hold on. Hold on, I'm not speaking for anybody, just hold on, we're not arguing. I'm just saying, just as you have a right to say that you want to protest, he has a right to speak. He probably is looking at it as if you people don't like this government. That's why you're protesting.
Oh, well, he has never.
It's from where he's standing.
He said it's cancerous. All right. So he always speaks from two sides of his mouth, both sides of his mouth. And it is for people like him that myself, Mr. Sowore Opusunji in London, is coming out to carry placards to protest against him. Because all he did in Rivers State and then joined the government of President Bola Tinubu to show pepper to Nigerians. We will resist the government. We will resist bad governance. Okay. And we are ready for him. Those of us in London. Thank you very much, Kwame. Well done. All
right. Thank you very much, Sowore, for calling. Skype callers, you're free to call us. We're Nigeria Info FM via Skype. Okay. This one here says, I'm not against the protest, but the major problem is not the center, but the states. How many of them have built industries, companies in various states to create jobs? How many of them paid the previous minimum wage? You didn't give us your name, but Mr. Sowore, will you like to respond to that?
So I want to make a quick response. So can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. One of it is to let Nigerians know that this hardship is no respecter of anybody. You saw the other day a different kind of Aliko Dangote protesting against the government over an attempt, in his own view, to take over his refinery. So, if Dangote can be crying and protesting, by the way, I would like to send him a revolutionary beret so that he can be wearing it everywhere, now that he's a comrade, according to some people. But that's on the lighter side. If Dangote can be protesting, who are you? These are the people who are the owners of Nigeria. They are shortchanging themselves. And one of them has come out and told you that they are even mixing your petrol in matter so that they'll be spoiling your cars. Things that Sowore has been saying for over the years, and he said, oh, it's exaggerating. Somebody talked about Wike. Wike not only led a lot of protests, it was a night. In the middle of the night, that Wike led a protest surge to prevent the DSS from arresting the judge. Suddenly, that was under the Buhari regime. Suddenly, the Wike that used to protest against Buhari now is against protests. That tells you the kind of characters you have in power. And I want to say to those of you who are now shouting Wike, those of you who have emboldened him over the years are responsible for the irresponsible Wike we have at the federal government now. Wike did not start showing the sign of his, this craziness. Now, he's been doing it for a long time, but you people used to lionize him. Oh, it's the best because he was doing your bidding. But some of us who know these characters have always said that these are not the right people for Nigeria, and we've been consistent about it. So, having said that, I just hope and wish that everybody, because it's as if we took a poll on your show this afternoon, I have not heard a single person who said they would not participate in this protest. Everybody is asking, where will it happen? When? I can't wait. That's all I'm hearing from this show. So that's the unanimity of Nigerians in this cause for freedom. And I'm very happy and glad to hear that. Okay. And I will say to you guys, don't worry. We still have 8 more days to go. We are going to get instructions from us. If you're on Twitter, you can join me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is Omoyele Sowore. Very direct. If you're on Instagram, it's Omoyele Sowore. If you're on Facebook, it's Omoyele Sowore. And you can reach me at any time. Although some of my handles, I get help in handling them just to be able to manage responses to information. Please, let's be talking and let's know what capacity you have, wherever you want to handle this. What I can tell Nigerians, and this is very simple, if by August 1st, or even before then, whenever they want it to happen, it will happen. Millions of Nigerians are on the streets, 7 a.m. By 12 noon on that day, Nigeria's problem could have been solved. And you can take this to the bank. But if you decide to let a minority of our people in power scare you, you would have lost the power to understand that the people in power are less than the power of the people.
Okay.
And this is a movement about the power of the people. This is a revolt of the power of the people.
Okay. I can take 1 or 2 quick calls before we go on a break, and then when I come back, we'll wrap this up. I know that you didn't plan to stay here the whole day, but I needed to take people's reactions. So let's just take a quick call. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Good evening, Maryann.
Good evening.
This is Pastor Ladipo calling from Sarigom.
Go ahead.
I want to say kudos to your guest. Mm-hmm. And this is what I have to say. Whether the protest hold or it didn't hold, they have shaken this government, even with this alone, to the point where an essay have to tag somebody that has not even talked about the protest at all. It shows that they know what is going on, they know what is happening. So for me, enough is enough. If you people did it 2012, and you are saying the differences, see, it was on record, seriously on record, that the NSAS protest was peaceful until those hoodlums came in. And some of those hoodlums were captured on camera, they were captured on video. So what has happened to them to date? This has been the template that Lagos has been using for long. They always come with counter protests and counter this. You want to raise people. All the money you are spending for all these cashivists now, because I don't see them as activists. All the money you are spending to hold what is it called? To hold press briefing here and there.
Okay.
That they are withdrawn. They're the one that call for the strike.
All right,
I mean, for
Pastor Ladikbo, I have to let you go because of time.
Thank you.
For calling. I have to take one quick call and then go on a break. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon, Maryann.
Good afternoon. You have 60 seconds. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Chooks. I'm calling from Editemeta.
Go ahead.
I'm in total support of. First of all, let me congratulate our Sowore. He's a man, and they always stand for justice. This protest is going to go on because Nigeria has to make their feelings known to the government. We are not going out there to, destroy anything. We are not going to confront the security officers. But we are going to make our mind known. You understand? We are being pressed. We are suffering. This is, a protest against bad governance. We are not interested in Tinubu remaining there or going. We are not interested in leaving we are not taking over for him. But we want him to address the issue. If he's pleading and appealing to us not to go on strike or on protest, what is he doing? Let him address the issues.
All right. I have to let you go now. Because of time. I'm going to beg Omoyele Sowore to stay with us for another 10 minutes. When we come back from this break, we'll be wrapping up this conversation. Stay with us. It's still Hard Facts, 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Bridging the gap between people and those in authority. With Hard Facts, you are sure to get only the facts.
Tune in to Hard Facts with Maryann Okon on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
More conversation, more talk, more right after this.
Hey there! Yes, you! You just won 5,000 Naira cash! And you, sitting by the side, there's 1 month Showmax subscription to watch the Premier League waiting for you! You behind! Of course! You're not left out! How does 1,000 Naira airtime and 2,000 Naira Uber discount sound? All this could come true when you buy the No Unwrap and Win pack. Open it, look for a cube with a 6-digit code on its wrapper, text the code to 8011 and follow the prompts to stand a chance to win any of these instant prizes. Promo valid from July till December. Terms and conditions apply. Get extra value on the No Unwrap and Win pack. No, eat for good. Imagine thinking you bought an unlimited data plan, but the next thing we hear is,
oh, this data has finished again.
Well, that's what happens when you don't buy a truly unlimited data plan.
Enjoy truly unlimited data with unlimited speed-based data plans from Airtel. Visit www.airtel.com.ng/HBB to buy now. Airtel, a reason to imagine.
Here you go, dear.
Mom, you didn't add milk.
No need to. Taste it and see why.
Wow, but how?
Is it milky?
Very.
Is it creamy?
Yes.
That's Milo 3-in-1 milky and creamy for you. It's so milky. I don't need to add more milk.
I love it, Mommy.
Give your kids the new Milo 3-in-1. Milky and creamy. It's truly milky. It contains calcium to help your champ win every day. Milo, energy to go further.
Milo! Don't wait. The all-new My DSTV app is here to give you a better experience and more control. It's your go-to place for easy self-service, special offers, live chat, voting on some of your favorite shows, and more. Download it now. Update your contact details before 28th July and bring on amazing. Do it today. Do it now. Download the enhanced My DSTV app to unlock even more. For inquiries, live chat with us on the app or on dstv.com.
Who says you can't have it all with one play?
I got that defined point. You have just won yourself.
Congratulations.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, Melitus. One player, don't talk to 2 players because you won 20K.
So now you won yourself 20,000 naira.
My name is Well Done.
Okay, well done. We want to tell you, well done. You won yourself 20,000 naira.
With 500 naira, you can play to win big from 120,000 naira to 190,000 naira daily on Nigeria Info. Go to oneplay.ng and play with 500 naira, and in a few seconds, your ticket is in the draw. Or dial *347 *880 *3#. Win daily on Nigeria Info. 50,000 naira on Morning Crossfire, 60,000 naira on WhatsApp Lagos, 20,000 naira on Sunnyside, and 60,000 naira on Game On. So Lagos, what are you waiting for? The more you play, the better your chances of winning. Remember to dial *347 *880 *3#. Play responsibly. Not suitable for persons under the age of 18.
Everyone says I'm beautiful and bold. They say I'm fashionable. And to crown it up, very confident. And my secret is...
People say I'm good looking, funny, hardworking, and to crown it up, very confident. And my secret is...
So whether in the office or at home,
in the streets or on the dance floor,
anytime, any day, I never lose my confidence. And the secret to my confidence is Wazobia perfume.
Absolutely. Wazobia perfume gives the authenticity and long-lasting fragrance all day. That's my secret confidence.
Wazobia perfume is available in body spray.
Also available in supermarkets and markets near you.
You can also get it on Jumia.
Wazobia perfume, the correct scent.
In a world where connectivity reigns supreme, there's one name that stands tall. Introducing Huawei eKit, cutting-edge switches, routers, and access points, brought to you by TD Africa, the continent's force in tech distribution. Our next-generation networking solutions are engineered to redefine reliability, productivity, and affordability, helping small businesses scale rapidly. Join the millions who have made the switch to Huawei's eKit. Talk to TD Africa today. Email inquiries@tdafrica.com to get on board.
Get in on the action with Betano, your exciting destination for sports betting. Enjoy an award-winning experience with amazing betting options, cash outs and missions, as well as other features. Join now and get a welcome bonus of up to 200,000 naira. Betano.ng. The game starts now.
I'm in love. Sonia tomato mix, stand up. Easy to open, easy to squeeze, easy to scoop and easy to stir. Dishes come alive with so much taste. Sonia tomato mix, of course. Sonia tomato mix, yes sir. Sonia tomato mix, stand up pouch.
Sonia tomato mix in a new stand-up pouch.
Mommy, my teacher said 90% of my brain will develop by the time I am 5.
Really? What else did she say?
She said I need iron in my food for my brain to grow well.
Oh, very true. And that's why I give you Cerelac Junior every day, which provides half of your daily iron needs.
And Cerelac Junior tastes so good.
Cerelac Junior with Iron Plus. It's all good, Mom.
Guess who's coming back exclusively on Showmax? The Buzz. Coming back to give you all the inside scoop, spicy banter, and bigger secrets from Big Brother's house. Get ready for juicy behind-the-scenes videos that Biggie won't show you, but The Buzz would.
Join Toke Makinwa on BB Naija The Buzz, premiering on August 1st with a new episode showing every Thursday, streaming only on Showmax. You can also stream BB Naija 24/7 on the Showmax app. Subscribe now. Sign up now at showmax.com.
He's not always in the wind, nor in the quakes, nor the fire. What do you hear? Many times, he speaks in a still, small voice. Join us Sunday mornings to hear his voice, praise him, and share your burdens. Morning Boost, 3 to 5 a.m. Sundays on 99.3 at Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
The Access Holdings rights issue is now open. For every 2 ordinary shares in your portfolio, take advantage of the chance to acquire one more at 19 naira 75 kobo each. Between July 8th to August 14th, 2024, we are inviting you to take up your rights in full in the Access Holdings rights issue. Visit www.theaccesscorporation.com to find important information about our rights issue, such as the rights circular, issuing houses, receiving banks, and legal advisors. Access Holdings, where financial solutions connect the world.
Hey there! Yes, you! You just won 5,000 naira cash! And you, sitting by the side, there's 1 month Showmax subscription to watch the Premier League waiting for you! You behind! Of course! You're not left out! How does 1,000 naira airtime and 2,000 naira Uber discount sound? All this could come true when you buy the No Unwrap and Win pack. Open it, look for a cube with a 6-digit code on its wrapper, text the code to 8011 and follow the prompts to stand a chance to win any of these instant prizes. Promo valid from July till December. Terms and conditions apply. Get extra value on the No Unwrap and Win pack. No, eat for good.
This season of Big Brother Naija is a must follow. Follow every twist and turn with eyes wide open. Because even when the journey begins with chemistry, chaos follows. Strap in for 2 journeys in one house. Big Brother Naija Season 9 premieres Sunday 28 July, 7 p.m. West African time on DSTV 198 and GoTV 49. Gold sponsor, Guinness.
The I Beg to Differ debate tournament, the Nationals, is coming. August 12th in Lagos. Witness the brightest minds from across the country in a battle of intellect and eloquence.
Have you ever wondered if controlling resources will be the key to dismantling?
Yes, a child has not been properly academically satisfied.
Has such person not also get experience, like your 5th point?
Experience fierce competition.
Peace cannot be kept by force. It's not because there's natural resources there.
Persuasive arguments.
I believe that through a balanced approach to religion and education.
Don't you think that such a person is old enough to decide?
And innovative thinking.
By 1985, the poverty level was below 46%.
If they don't have money for tuition, are you saying they are not going to be accountable?
Whether you're a debater or a spectator, mark your calendars for August 12, 2024. I Beg to Differ, the Nationals in Lagos, Nigeria. Get ready to be part of history. For sponsorship and other inquiries, call Lagos Larry Griffin 0706 827 1163, Shola Kolade 0907 173 3835, or send an email to info@nigeriainfo.fm. I Beg to Differ Students Debates Competition, the Tournament of Champions.
Part of something special, be a part of something great. No more wishing from a distance. Take a chance and shape your fate. Now's the time, let's talk more action, cause tomorrow starts today. Own a part of something special, own a slice of something great. It's about who we are and about what we've done. And if you check the record, you will find our word is bond. It's about changing lives and about making strides. And so, if we do it, you should know we'll do it right. Cause we did it with fashion, with people and food, yes, we found the connection. Leading with innovation. And now is the time to be part of the action. So let's go. Own a part of something special. Be a part of something great. No more wishing from a distance. Take a chance and shape your fate. Now's the time, let's talk more action. Cause tomorrow starts today. Own a part of something special. Own a slice of something great. So you can bank on us. I don't really mean to make a fuss, but you don't really want to miss the bus. You don't really want to be left behind. So let's take a chance. If you like it, we can hold your hand. If you really gotta take a chance, then it's gotta be with someone you trust. Cause we did it with fashion. With people and food, yes, we made a connection. Been leading with innovation. And now it's your chance to be part of the action. So let's go. On a part of something special. Be a part of something great. No more wishing from a distance. Take a chance and shape your fate. Now's the time, let's talk more action. Cause tomorrow starts today. On a part of something special. On a slice of something great.
GTCO, proudly African, truly international.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
Millions of listeners trust us on Hard Fact. Whether it's politics, social issues, controversies, and trending stories. You know we're credible and objective.
It's Hard Facts with Maryann Okon on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Yes, it's still Hard Facts, 99.3 Nigeria Info. We're broadcasting live from our audiovisual studios right here in Itamiya Crescent, Victoria Island, Lagos. My name is Maryann Okon. Omoyele Sowore, a human rights activist, obviously a journalist. He doesn't like to call himself a journalist. He likes to call himself Isabi. He's also a former presidential candidate. We're talking about, of course, the protest, the planned protest that's supposed to happen from the 1st of August. Several people are saying theirs is going to happen on the 4th. Some are saying theirs will happen on the 1st. Some are saying theirs will happen on the 2nd. Omoyele Sowore is here in the studio talking to us as to why he is most interested in this particular protest, even though many have looked at this protest as one that's politically motivated. Some say that this is a protest of those who are bitter about losing the elections to Mr. President. But Mr. President, in his capacity as a president, has appealed to Nigerians to shelve this protest because he has said he's dealing with the issues that have been raised. But will you be going out for that protest? And why? If you're not, also tell us why. We're live on YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. We're also live on Facebook, Nigeria Info FM. Go post your comments. We're also live on Skype or Nigeria Info FM. Our phone lines are open, 0201 2770993. If you are a lady, 0201 465 7190. You want to join us on WhatsApp, 08095975805. I want to read the messages on Facebook because I've been taking messages everywhere but Facebook. So let's go to Facebook Live and take your comments quickly. And Omoyele Sowore has graciously stayed with us on the conversation. In a bit, we're going to wrap up and let him go about his business. On Facebook Live, Ayodeji Olaleko is asking, when is the protest? Well, August 1. For some people, August 2. Some August 3. Case Holy says, protest is a must. Abdulaziz Alao here says, protest broke out in Ibadan over demolition of properties by the government of Seyi Makinde and bad governance. And that's what he says. And this one is from Gift Lebem. He says, it is my right to protest. Several comments. I have 47 comments on Facebook Live, and I don't know how to go about reading all of these comments. Hopefully I can get them out and read all of them. In the meantime, the phone lines are still open. Someone says, Maryann, please let the diaspora call on Skype. Skype is on. Somebody called me. Did you hear the guy who called from London? So try again. He says he keeps saying Nigerian Info FM is not online. Our Skype is on, sir. So Barry called us. So you can try again, all right? Thank you very much. Someone says, I want to plead with the youth that they should not be used by any politician. Come and read this Yoruba thing that this person sent. Fi Olorun beyi. Oh yeah, say it. Fi Olorun beyi.
No, Fi Olorun beyi.
Bang. My Yoruba is terrible. Yes, he said, I take God beg you. Yeah. at least I know the meaning. This one says, good afternoon. I'm Adeshina. My name, by name, I'm from Ikorodu, Lagos State. Let us go now. The time is now, not any other time for this. Obviously, he's talking about the protest. This one says, will there be people in various places and cities encouraging a lot of people to come out and protest peacefully? This is from Ifeanyi. This one says, I second this protest. The hardship and hunger is too much. Now the senators have gone on 7 weeks leave. Are they smelling a rat? Frank from Ikorodu says, I'm in support of the protest. Tinubu sponsored protest against Jonathan's government because he wanted this power. Few years later, we must resist this bad governance. Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Frank. I hope this demand includes tackling insecurity. People are dying and government is paying lip service to it. People can't go to their farms. If we are coming out, let's come out in full. We might not have this opportunity again. A lot has gone wrong. And this is from Vivian. Thank you, Vivian, for your message. This one says, good afternoon, Maryann. I would like to ask Sowore, the AAC presidential candidate, in the last election, if his family that are abroad will join us in the protest here in Nigeria to Taiwo from Ikeja. Mr. Sowore, the bullet has come in your direction. Would you like to answer him?
No, it's part of what I call hubris. Hubris, when people don't have anything to say, they repeat the same thing they've been saying since I was in the university. I remember when we were in the university, the military used to accuse Gani Fawemi of being behind every protest. Some faceless individual, you are being pushed, you are working for this person, you are working for this person. I'm 54 years old now. Gani Fawemi is dead. You want me to bring my family to the protest? As if my family is not already involved in the protest. My brothers, my sisters, they are all engaged in this. So what else do you need? It's just for us to have a conversation that takes us nowhere. That's what that particular conversation is about. So it is what they write for them, in the government chat rooms. Go and ask Sowore to bring his family. Yes. In Nigeria, when I was there between 2019 and now, my brother was killed by the government, I believe. So are we discussing that? And if Nigeria is good, am I the only one who will benefit from it? This is my only family that will benefit from it. Please, let's go to substance and not pay attention to irrelevancies.
All right, let me go to the phone lines. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Good evening, Mo.
Good evening.
Yes, it's me, Wisdom.
Go ahead.
Yes, well, I support this protest because when this government comes, that's where I lose everything that I have. So I really support that man. I support that man so that the youth will be free from this mess we are in now. Thank you, man.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Wisdom, for calling. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Nathaniel, calling from Lekki.
Go ahead.
I want to thank Mr. Sowore, the resource person in the house. He's a model. And then this protest is beyond just a protest. It's a survivor protest. That's the way I want to target. It's a survivor protest because it's more like somebody telling you that die. And you're saying that, no, I don't want to die. And he's telling you, no, just die in silence. Don't come out. Don't talk. Just die. And I said, no, I don't want to die. It's a survivor protest. Just to eat. It's a hunger protest. We are not saying that come and construct roads for us. You understand? So we are going to come out in mass. But it's going to be peaceful. But if they are ready, if the politicians are ready to hijack it, God is behind them. God is watching them. So that is all I have to say. Thank you, sir, for your courage, and we are with you, sir.
Thank you very much for calling. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good evening.
Yes.
Yes, Maryann.
Yes.
So, congratulations on my dear brother. I've been seeing what you are doing in this country. God will see you through in Jesus' name. See, Maryann, nothing than going for this protest. See, Maryann, this protest is a civil right to everybody. During the last time, we were enjoying buying rice, 600 naira for bag. Tinubu, Wole Soyinka, and Bakari, they went for protest for just no reason. Tribal protest. Please, we are going for I'm a retiree. I am coming out for this protest because people are dying. They called me in my village that almost every compound now have dead bodies. Because people are aged. The medicine they used to push themselves, no one to buy medicine. Medicine they buy 2.5 tomorrow. Next tomorrow is 306,000 naira. I am telling you the truth. No food. No nothing. And these politicians are as slaves. As slaves. They don't even have respect for citizens of this country. There's no respect for these citizens of this country. By politicians, that's October, that's August. We will show them that now we keep them there.
Okay.
They are our servants, not we serving them.
All right.
Look at fuel price now. It has increased again. Some place 850. Some place now per liter in a country that have oil and everything.
Thank you very much for calling. I have to let you go.
We will go out for this.
Okay.
People are dying.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. I can tell how pained you are, from the sound of your voice. I cannot understand, I might not necessarily understand fully, but I understand where you're coming from. Raphael, my Mayor Ayola on Facebook Live says, there is a demand for protests. Federal government should meet all the demands. Simple. So Onyekachi Joshua is asking to Mr. Sowore, will this protest solve the country's issues? Is Nigeria the first country to experience food hike? Onyekachi probably thinks that this protest is about food hike. Okay. Purple World here says to protest is long overdue. If we all come out on August 1, all Nigeria problems will be solved before the next day. Abba Nelson says, can't wait for August 1st. Let's reset this country once and for all. I'm still taking your thoughts and comments. But at this point, I have to say thank you to you guys because everything that has a beginning has to have an end. I want to say thank you, Mr. Sowore, for gracing us and being part of the conversation and going beyond the time that we promised to keep you. We wish you the best of luck and let's see what happens in the coming days.
Well, thank you very much for having me. And I want to say one last thing, because you mentioned that, and this lawsuit by Peter Obi. Tell Peter Obi he doesn't need to sue anybody. It's not defamatory to say you are planning a protest against evil. So let him call his supporters to join the protest. Atiku has endorsed the protest. Peter Obi endorsed the protest. There's nothing to be afraid of. He has lost election. What is he afraid of losing again? So what is the essence of suing by when you want to take your country back and here's the opportunity? Even if they award you 5 billion naira in a lawsuit, they won't pay you. Even if they pay you, it won't solve your problem. So please let everybody be on the same page at this time. Anybody that wants to, if somebody accused me of planning this protest, I'll take it as good news. There's nothing defamatory, like I said, in doing what is good. That's my final note because you mentioned that I wanted to answer that.
All right. Thank you very much. Omoyele Sowore is a human rights activist. He's a journalist and he is a former presidential candidate. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you.
All right. All right, Lagos, there you have it. We'll take a break. On the 5 o'clock hour, we'll be talking on Balogo and Broad about the economic policies of the federal government and how it's affecting businesses. NASIMA, Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, and several others are crying out loud. But before we go on that break, we've got some messages for you.
Yes, Lagos, the long holidays here and your kids are at home. I'm sure some kids are at home. I mean, my siblings are. So
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.